Hey, what's happening, YouTube family? This is Robert L. Jones Jr. coming at you again with some more Tribe of Judah poetry. All right, as usual, with every video, I do two poems per video, and it's just me sharing my soul to you, sharing my thoughts and everything, just me getting the opportunity to express myself accordingly as a poet, as a writer. And today, I'm going to come at you with some more pieces, a couple of pieces. The first poem of the evening is entitled Art for the Revolution. The phenomenalizing impartation of some soulistic declaration will be this revelation writer's modus of uniquely stylistic operation. Or should I say operandi, as I be courageously emerging from among them sabbatical shadows of where in the world have you been? Only to proudly noun, adjective, and verbify those many literary archives of neo-manifestos and funky street corner jive. But it ain't no jive or lying alibi that I be likening the down and heavy aura of my scriptural persona unto that of a show-enough solitary voice in a dry and desolate wilderness, who would be in that culturally gifted authority of spitting forth them oceanic semantics of mightily aquatic intelligence and charismatically shimmering waters and sparkling lakes of swift and poetic liveliness be abundantly flowing through my alphabetically flooded anatomy as wildly gushing reservoirs of love-sharing nirvana that might be well and able to wash away clean the exceedingly mean and spiteful schemes of scorching hatred's wicked regime and its notoriously miseducating heresies? Indeed, there should be no doubt or question, no second guessing, and no superficial curiosity in your collective mentality that the originalizing demonstration of some soulistic conversation will be this vision writer's stimulus package of self-expressing realization. Or should I say stimuli, as I be stepping lively from amid the dark and anonymous business of who in God's name is this, only to boldly aim and shoot them cold, sleek, and highly controversial pieces of people empowering speeches, which I got here in my radically talking arsenal bag of battle rapping dialects and vocab blasted ammunition. So there will most definitely be that bad and dynamic happenstance of some artistically civil disobedience when I would be gathering to the dangerously amazing metamorphosis of a scribal comrade who is lit ablaze with the propaganda killer spirit of an old school abolitionist. So I could righteously rebel, raise all sorts of protests in hell, and angrily revolt against the bourgeoisie believing universe that does not desire at all for me to bountifully thrive, much less to simply survive within this politically hypocritical continent, where monetary surplus and capital is ever more favorable. But the communistic essence of human worth and existence is murderously dispensable. So I be steadily rocking, hip-hopping, and ghetto grooving with that violently creative movement of bravely resonating them antagonistic academics of some society-strengthening words and phrases, as if I were the newly quickened aesthetic of an ancient seer or an enlightened mystic, who be on their funky soothsaying mission of emitting forth them brightly incandescent testaments of knowledge begotten logic and rhetoric that would diligently be delivering a beautifully far outshine and a resurrecting glimmer to a generational entourage of unsung warriors and fallen soldiers who will be desperately needing to victoriously arise from the diabolical wayside of wickedly oppressing genocide and to get especially wise to that glory-consuming right of uniting and fighting the excellent fight of faithfully struggling combat until we all equally be experiencing that truly vindicating recompense of reward and freedom in all of this fascinating brilliance of ever liberating glow and radiance. Yes, the monumentalizing incantation of some soulistic communication would never cease to be a distant yet stone resilient utterance in a gray and destitute dwelling place. And it will never quit, sell out, or fail with that overcoming continuation of speaking them musically melodic philosophies of revolutionary pain, transition, and jubilee, because it is now that hope-fulfilling paradigm for man and womankind to ultimately locate and find that prophecy answering discovery of some world-changing harmony, peace, and soul-prevailing solidarity. This next piece is entitled Microphone Checker. Revolution-minded descendants of humankind's bloodline commonality, be equally congregating in immutable oneness within that beautifully societal assembly of some deeply enlivened peace and harmonious serenity, with them readily concentrating endowments of eagerly vigilant hearts and intelligible ears of tingling anticipation for those profoundly insightful monologues of keenly articulating fortitude, which be restlessly pouring forth like cascading rapids of magically splashing water from exceedingly effervescent reservoirs of Promethean eloquence, and a vividly fluorescent aura of brightly incandescent glory reveals the creatively undauntable frame of a terrestrial oracle with that divinity gifting cleverness of sensationally uttering a celestial prolix of radically euphoric lyrics and poetically lucid rhapsodies, with that Brahmin-like sophistication of effectually meaningful comprehension, laced ever so outer-worldly, with a powerfully cosmic adornment of strikingly beaming revelation that could be mystically understood by the labyrinthine complexities of a transcendental consciousness, loaded with the inner sensory energies of knowledgeably peaking wisdom, and spiritually inspired performances of richly Parnassian quality, being melodically inclined with that primarily endeavoring depth of exuberant emotion, to abundantly stylize and rationally renovate a cerebral multitude of insatiably hungry mental states, with them colorfully illuminating manifestations of some thoughtfully enlightening spoken word, which be them innately expressive rudiments of proverbial passages and ecclesiastical soulfulness, brought forth into the illustrious forefront of spotlights and accountability, and through boldly vocable lips, the sempiternal essence of immaterial breath possesses anew that specially sacred capability of masterfully kicking them many conversational ballistics of what it be like, what it be like, what it be like, coupled up with them exceptionally trippy and eccentric speeches that be successfully schooling my ever-learned tissues of truth-educing discernment, with a marvelously heavy tutelage of philosophical maxims that openly be telling it like it is, and a culturally edifying messenger of stage grace and refinement and limelight dignifying charisma, be respectfully receiving them righteously reciprocated responses of right on. Show you're right and you're sure enough right on it, brother poets, as a passionately yielded collaboration of some funkadelic letters and syllables, be orally dancing those wickedly homiletic Lindy hops of limber stepping verbosity, and literary pinwheels of amazingly kaleidoscopic reflection continue to overwhelmingly bedazzle a collectively cool and stone integrated community of uniquely extroverted diversity. And from hence comes forth that recognizably experiencing forte of happily acknowledging notoriety, when a visually aroused gathering of supernaturally awakened eyes would suddenly witness out the extraordinarily flamboyant substance of an introspective writer's own phenomenally immortalizing force of everlasting zeal and eternal vitality. So let a confidently signifying voice of infinitely elated conviction speak on them crazily intrepid mic checkers with a fundamentally savvy 1-2-1-2 for phonetically accompanying clarity, and ultimately allow a skull-penetrating author of courageously proclaiming bravado to proudly exercise that eminently wealthy opportunity of prolifically reciting them thunder-booming chronicles of polychromatic perspectives and psyche-uplifting endearments. For she and he could actually have that society rescuing message of the world changing potency that will significantly transform our planetary diaspora of discriminating prejudice into a utopian paradise of revolution-minded descendants of humankind's bloodline commonality, who will evermore be equally congregating in immutable oneness within that beautiful leading societal assembly of some deeply enlivened peace and harmonious serenity. Thank you so much for listening to some of the poetry that I shared with you this evening. I hope you like what you heard. Please like, subscribe, send me comments. Just let me know how, hopefully that you liked everything that you heard. Just give me some comments and I will respond accordingly as well. And I encourage all poets to continue doing what you're doing, continue writing, continue expressing yourselves, continue being creative, because our gifts and talents have that power, they have that capacity to make this world a better place for all of us. And with that, I bid you shalom.